Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the CCI Bearish Bullish indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going, so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. All right, as I said, today we will be testing the CCI Bearish bullish indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 200 indicators. And out of those 200 indicators, 79 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 79 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right, so like I said, today's indicator is the CCI Bearish Bullish indicator. You can see it here on the bottom of the screen. All in all, it's a relatively simple indicator. Not a whole lot visually going on with it. Basically, we have a histogram style indicator. It is pivoting around a zero line. We have areas of kind of overbought and oversold. And it's similar to like an RSI, basically. And on top of that, it is also reading specific candle patterns. And so you can see here that the two candlestick patterns are the engulfing and the harami candlestick. And so those are the only two candlestick patterns that this indicator looks for. And when one occurs, whether it is a green one or a red one, it gives us this marker and then paints a background color. So a bearish candlestick pattern will have a red background, and a bullish candlestick pattern will have the green background. And that's pretty much what we are looking for as far as signals go. We're basically looking for the indicator itself to give us a candlestick setup. And you could take this a little bit further if you wanted to, and you could say only the candlestick pattern that occurs in the oversold or overbought zone. So if the histogram bar is either below this lower line or above the upper line, you could use that as an extra confirmation of a potential reversal in price action. And so keep that in mind, that there are probably a few different ways to use this. Now, the creator, they did not specify any particular way of trading this indicator. And so we're just kind of playing around with it on our own, using our best judgment on how to use it. Now, like I've said in a few other videos before, testing indicators, typically when there is a tag like this and a green type background, or a very specifically obvious bullish or bearish signal with tags and colors, that's usually, in my opinion, where the creator wanted us to consider taking a trade, and that's what we basically look for. Now, what is interesting is one of the newer features that TradingView has added to the platform, and it is under the indicators tab candlestick patterns. And they have slowly been adding more and more and more candlestick patterns to this list. Used to not be there at all, and then once it did show up, it only had a small handful of candlestick patterns. And now, as time has gone on, you can see that there is quite an extensive list of many different candlestick patterns that you can turn on. You can turn them on individually, one at a time, or you can turn them all on. Doesn't look like there are any of those currently taking place. You can turn all candlestick patterns on, and now you can see that it is giving me different candlestick patterns or tags, labels on different candlestick patterns. And then it also gives this pop-up here that explains a little bit more on how you can trade it and so on, what it is, gives a good description, tells you the name, and so on. And so that can be rather useful as well if you are into looking for specific candlestick patterns associated with whatever trading system that you are using. And so keep that in mind. And again, you can play with them. There are some that are far more reoccurring candlestick patterns than others. And so that's why you see here that we get a lot of the engulfing, the bearish engulfing, and the bullish engulfing, and a bunch of the dojis. And that looks to be about the majority of them. Looks like it doesn't go back that far. But yeah, it seems like those are basically the only ones. A bearish engulfing, a bullish engulfing, and then dojis that it lists. You'll find that the vast majority of other candlestick patterns rather intricate and don't happen that often, especially if you're attempting to trade them on a daily chart. Now, if you broke it down into, say, a 5-minute chart or a 15-minute chart, I imagine that you will probably see more of those other candlestick patterns occurring as well. Not really sure. I haven't played around with it a whole lot. I've tinkered with it some, but not enough to say for sure, how many other patterns will show up if you go to a lower time frame. But it's just interesting to note that that functionality is now available in TradingView. Again, TradingView I consider to be one of the best platforms that you can use when it comes to trading in general, whether it's stocks, whether it's Forex, and just about anything you can think of, crypto, and so on. So back to today's indicator. Again, basically what we are looking for is the signals here, and I believe just because I can go in here and bump these up to 80. It just makes them a little bit easier to see. I mean, that's really what we're looking for more than anything. So now you can see that they stand out really well. So when we get a green signal, green background, that is a signal to go long. When we get a red background, that is a signal to go short. That's how we will be testing it today. So let's go ahead and play it out here and see what we can get out of this indicator. We get our first signal right here. Unfortunately, that does not work out for us and ends up stopping us out. Unfortunate, but it happens. Let's go ahead and play it forward a little bit more here. And of course, the histogram that is playing on the indicator here, it is actually the CCI. And so if you're interested in what indicator that histogram is pulling its information from, that is where it's getting it. All right, we pick up another short right here. That one actually works out for us, gets us to take profit. So we are 2 signals in, and 1 win, 1 loss. Pick up another short right here. That one unfortunately does not work out for us. You can keep an eye on price action as well. Try to do that every now and then. Put in some price action type reading and analysis into the trading, into the testing process of an indicator. We can mark off our highs, mark off our lows. Then throw some lines at the various different points here that seem to be possible levels of support and resistance, something like that. Just gives us a little bit better understanding of what price action might be up to. So you can see here, price action pushed up rather hard up into this area. Looks like it's running into a decent area of overhead resistance, and it looks like it's starting to curl over some, and so that can be definitely a sign that price action is starting this price action move is starting to weaken. And you can actually see here on the CCI as well that it really hit its peak back here, and even though price action went up a little bit more over here, the CCI is actually declining here on the histogram. And so that can also be a pretty good sign that we're going to see a push to the downside. Now we'd want to see a decent little candle pushing itself down to really get an idea of whether or not we should enter a trade. Something like that right there was a good little candle, good move down. And at the same time, you see that the CCI actually jumps to the downside. And so that would have been a pretty good confluence of multiple things all happening at once, giving us a really good opportunity to take advantage of what looks like would have been, a winning trade. Definitely would have got to first take profit on the next day, this really long wick right there. So that is how you would use, and then you see it continues even a little bit further there. We pick up a long signal right there. Just rather strange place to get along, but let's go ahead and play it out some, see what it does. Yeah, it kind of tanks out on us there. Not the greatest place for a long signal. We could tell that we had just started a decent little downward move right there in price action, and so that's another one of those instances where if you're using indicators and you're using it to confirm price action, then you're basically just building up your chances to have cleaner, more winning trades. And so again, we've had a strong push to the downside right here. You can see that price action has come down to this lower level of support here, and it has acted as support for quite a few touches here and the not so distant past of this price action chart. And so stands to reason that when it comes down to this area again, we are going to see some kind of reaction out of it. Now it might be just a bounce and then a strong push to the downside, breaking through this area, or it might break for a moment and then immediately shoot itself back up, which would be a pretty good sign that it's rejecting this area below, or it might just bounce right off this area and take off. So let's just kind of play it forward and see what we get. So there we go. Get a pretty good example of it bouncing off this area and starting to make a move to the upside. Once again, we can see a decline of the CCI here, kind of confirming that this might be a good point to take a trade. And so the CCI in itself is working as an indicator at this point, but the overall signals that we're looking for doesn't seem to be timing itself very well. And so in this case, if we were just using the CCI as the standalone indicator, then we have a strong push to the downside. It's bouncing off of a support area, a strong level of support, and it's bounced off once, came up a little bit, bounced off it again for twice, then made a really decent candle to the upside. And so those all may lead you to conclude that you could jump on a trade right here at the close of this candle and try to get to first target at least a winning trade in that aspect. So will it work out? Not really sure. Let's play it forward and see what it does. Yep, finally gets us there. So it came down, would have definitely put some pressure on a stop there. I'm not sure how far that would have been. Yeah, it looks like it probably would have stopped you out actually right there. Yeah, 135 was the stop. So unfortunately, before it got, well, actually, let's measure that out. Let's see, right about there. Actually, it would have hit first take profit. Actually, sorry, I was thinking it was 70 for some reason. Let's go ahead and measure that out one more time. Yep, it would have hit first take profit right there. Come back down, stopped us out for the rest on the way down. So, and now it's pushing down into it again. Wonder what it's going to do. Is it going to bounce, or is it going to push its way really strong down? So there you go. You see, as I was talking about a moment ago, pushed its way under it for a second, couple of days, and then immediately blasted right back into that area, rejecting the downside zone, and now it's made really decent push to the upside. Let's play it out here, see if we can pick up another signal on our indicator here. Won't worry about price action too much because reading price action can make the video super long. So I love to watch price action and kind of do analysis on price action. But again, if I did that for the entire video, it could easily be an hour and a half long video. So pick up a long signal right there, and unfortunately that one did not work out for us either. This indicator is not looking too good at this point. We are very close to the end of the year. Let's just play it out here. Now you see price action is now trading below that zone, but you can see how it created an area. Oh, come on. There we go. Indicator's back. You can see that it created a new area of support when it came down and hit this and bounced off of it. Actually, twice came down and hit it, retested it, rejected it, bounced off. And now you can see that it just keeps holding that level. Trade after trade after trade, bounce after bounce. And so there's definitely trade opportunities there, but it can be, it can be risky. Let's see. So we pick up a short right here. Looks like almost immediately it spikes out. Yep. Would have stopped us out there on that one. All right, so there we have it. Not looking that great. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Sorry, let me use my cursor so that way people can follow along. 1, and I moved it. Yep, let me get with it here. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 trades. 6 trades all together and 1 winning trade. So unfortunately, that is not going to meet the 60% criteria. Not in the least. And so it's going to go on the no list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.